In case you forgot, the deck blocks, beam sockets, and lashing battens that we installed.
Okay, there's a couple blocks. There's a socket. There's a socket. When we mix up the cellophil, which is what we use a thickener instead of colloidal silica, it's a lot safer. Especially small, tedious places. We'll put ice cubes down here in the bottom one, and it keeps that a lot cooler, so you got a lot more working pot life. That's all. Well, we're building these are, what do they call them?
Lacing battens.
Lacing battens for the trampoline. And seeing as how I wanted to overbuild it a little bit, we did mahogany. And mahogany is pretty stiff, and it's a little bit thicker than what's called foreign plants. Not much, 1/8 of an inch maybe. Anyhow, this won't bend. So what we did, we put some kerfs in this piece here, which we're going to use on this one, and then we'll put the kerfs in this one and use this on the other one. And we still got to round over the ends. But in any case, if you'll put your arm there, it'll bend enough now that we can get it around the corner. And it's still got, we can screw it in and epoxy it. So it just makes it a little easier to use stiffer wood. We'll fill in the kerfs with epoxy, thickened epoxy. And today we're mounting the beam blocks on the acas, or the beams, whatever you want to call them, cross beams. Well, that moved, I saw it. Alright, give me drill. I didn't do that screw. Drill's down here.
This one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's still wrong way. One more. Quit jumping in front of the camera, Rex. We've still got to sand the cross beams, Aka cross beams, and epoxy the blocks to it. Okay. Just like everything else we do on this boat, you gotta measure. Where's the all? In an attempt to make sure that it matches everything else that you put on here. We already marked the center on this one, so we lined it up there. There's my square. She's gonna clamp as I hold it in position.
block, the block disappeared. It's down there. I'm trying to stay out of the way of the camera too. And let me see if I'm off the square. Yeah. Well, don't quit that. Okay. Drill it. What's the deal here, Richie? First one went through a lot quicker than that, didn't it? Oops. Yeah, put the bolt through there. Those are supposed to be really good wood drilling bits, but I guess they're not very good for going through epoxy and fiberglass. Oh well. Anyhow, once again, measure it 12 times.
4 more times.
Okay, these are just have the screws, or the bolts rather, going through. We haven't put the nuts on yet, but we also haven't sanded this. We've got to sand the entire beam anyhow. So these are just positioned, okay? And let's turn the center one over. And then the blocks that go in between the deck sockets to hold. The deck socket will be here and on here, and this will keep down at the other end. It's the same way, and each one of them have these deck blocks on the bottom of them to keep the aka from moving sideways against the hulls. And that pretty well completes this part of the build. Of course, we only got about 200 other projects. I think we're on page 13 of 27 or 30 pages, I don't know. Dolphin striker is one of the items that's, well, I think on the same page as doing all this stuff here. And I really do recommend this scraper made by Bahco, B-A-H-C-O, rather than a cabinet scraper. It makes it a lot easier on your hands, and it's much more efficient because it is carbide and does not require sharpening near as often.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.